Hello everyone, it is me Vegeta T23 and welcome back to my new What If. Today we're talking about what if Vegeta was born as a Super Saiyan 4. Before I start, I'd like to mention that I created a Discord server for you to join. The link is in the description of this video, so if you'd like to join in and talk to me and the rest of my fans, it's there. I'd also like to mention that I created an Instagram so you can survey my very uninteresting life. I post either Minecraft or OSU stuff. Now back to the video. In the last part, we discussed how they settled the Beerus the Destroyer incident and all that. Kaioshin came to visit Earth to see what kind of damage is there, since he was going around the universe, surveying the damage that happened during the fight. After a week of visualizing whether Beerus will come back or not, Whis actually came for food, of course, and he got it. However, Vegeta persuaded him into getting Whis to train him, and Whis complied with some food that stacks. Vegeta made the first thing that was easy and Whis loved it. So with that, him, Trunks, Kakarot, and Gohan went to train on Beerus' world. Meanwhile, the Frieza Force decided to revive Frieza as they're pretty much falling apart and don't know what to do with their lives. So they knew they can't go to Earth as they'll get crushed by Bulma herself since they surveyed the Abyss Orbs. So they figured out if the Dragon Balls originated from Namek, there must be another batch of the same. So they go. Once they ask the Namekians to do what no idiot would do if they know Frieza, they revive Frieza and they then wish to never come to their planet again, so not to risk them destroying it. Frieza then swore he will finally train for once in his life, and so he begins his training. Meanwhile, the squad was training hard on Beerus' planet and they buffed up quite a bit. Once the time came, Frieza went on his way to Mars to conquer it and get rid of the Saiyans once and for all. With the recap out of the way, let's continue the what if. Bardock is terrified that the entire Frieza force is there, including Frieza, not to mention literally thousands of soldiers who came to rid the planet of Saiyans. After Bardock, Elder Vegeta came, as well as a couple of other Saiyans. Frieza looked around and doesn't seem to find a new Saiyan King, so he has a lot of time to enact his revenge. Or so he thinks. Bardock, pretty much being the strongest there, decides to go for a spin and try to beat Frieza. Frieza immediately goes to his final form, which kinda makes every Saiyan shiver. Bardock isn't letting his new home planet get destroyed just because of some revenge, so he starts pleading with Frieza, trying to make him find Vegeta on his own since it is his revenge and not their business. Frieza just attacks Bardock, even breaking a few ribs. Frieza says he has no time for pleading, as he waited for way too long in hell, just so he can let go a race he had to exterminate. Hearing that, Bardock just says, fine, and transforms into his highest form, which is the Grade 2 Super Saiyan, and initiates a real battle. During the time, every Saiyan on Earth sensed that and wondered what the hell it might be, so they travel there. Upon arrival, Bulma, Ashla, and Goten are met with a "get the fuck out of here" by Elder Vegeta, and Bardock fighting Frieza. They realize that the guy is pretty much evil to the core and that they need to defeat him quickly as Bardock might not survive, so they start bickering about how they'll do that. They look around and see a few Super Saiyans wandering around, so they come up with an idea to summon a Super Saiyan God yet again. Elder Vegeta remembers the legend and starts bullshitting, saying that it's not possible, but Bulma knows what to do and gathers a few Saiyans. However, they need to pick the one who will be a Super Saiyan God. After all the bickering, they decided Ashla is the best bet at victory. However, Goten steps in, thinking logically, saying she might not withstand the power and that he should be the one as he can go above Super Saiyan. So they then decide that Goten should be the one. With that, Bulma instructs the Saiyans on what to do and they begin the ritual. The ritual starts and of course Frieza notices, so he tries to rush them, but Bardock gets in the way, claiming that he is the one who is fighting now. The ritual is going well, and after the ritual, Goten becomes a Super Saiyan God. Goten then flies up to his grandfather and takes over the fight. Bardock just falls out of his Super Saiyan and then on the ground due to exhaustion. With Super Saiyan God Goten and Frieza initiating the battle, it's clear Goten is dominating. However, not for long as Frieza starts transforming himself. He transforms into another form no one has seen before, and that's how Frieza calls it, is golden form. Goten can barely comprehend it, but he starts putting out a fight. Meanwhile, on Beerus' world, Whis interrupts the squad's training. saying that there's an enemy on Mars and they won't believe who it is. Once Vegeta sees Frieza and Super Saiyan God Goten fighting, he instantly cowers a little and asks to be taken there. Whis says that it will take a while, but he will try as fast as he could. With that, they depart towards Mars. On Mars, Goten is trying to get a hold of a fight. However, he is struggling as his power isn't as powerful as he thought it would be. But he didn't know of the golden form of Frieza at all, so it really isn't his fault. Knowing he might lose, he is starting to think of a way to gather more energy. He's running out of ideas and energy, while the squad is running towards Mars to save Goten's damn life. The Saiyans, including Bulma, are trying to think fast as to what they have to do to give Goten some help with the Tyrant. Just then, the Tyrant is starting to lose energy fast and he starts getting weaker, while Goten is getting more and more triggered. Although Frieza is losing energy, he can still keep up and probably will for quite some time. Frieza then uses the spare time he has between attacks to start tearing down Mars, and boy does he tear it away. He's just destroying everything he sees, and of course Goten is getting angrier by the minute. Frieza then says it's enough and just one-taps Goten with a few tricks of his own. Goten is now in some sort of a limbo, thinking to himself as to how powerful the Tyrant is, and starts blaming himself for the last tournament and how his brother always took the victory. That was the breaking point for Goten, as he started screaming bloody murder as the area around him is surrounded with very bright and blue light. Goten has finally found a barrier that Super Saiyan God held and surpassed it using rage. He got up and went to face Frieza. In the distance, Bulma sees the same blue light from space. Taking a closer look, she sees the squad who left a year ago. We then see Beerus, Whis, and along with Kakarot, Gohan, Vegeta, and Trunks. Kakarot sees Goten and, in his Super Saiyan Blue, goes to him and taking over the fight. Goten is still full of rage and disobeying his father. However, he will realize that's not a good idea as his body can't handle it and he starts literally bloating up. He then listens and goes back to base with steam around him. With that, Goten faints and Kakarot looks at Frieza. Vegeta also joins in, saying that it's his fault he didn't pay attention to what Frieza's men were doing, so he decided that it's his turn. However, Kakarot said that they all deserve a turn to test their new strength, and so Vegeta obliges. With that, we're leaving things be for now. Thank you for watching. If you believe my fan base is toxic, then click dislike, but if you liked the video, hit that like button. If you'd like me to cover your idea in the near future, comment down below, and as always, peace out.